Well, we just got started in this pretty cool wash area. You never know what's going to come out of this area that looks like there's quite a bit of an erosion. Really not sure what I'm looking at here. It's brass or copper. Either it's some kind of decorative door handle or it's just a piece of slag. All right, although I had to go out pretty far, I finally found a rock layer. That's just a lower layer under the sand where there's definitely usually some older targets. And I pulled up this really awesome flat button. It's plain on one side. It's got a little design on the opposite, but that's a great, great sign. Where's Paul? Nowhere to be found. Oh, there's his lamp. Here comes trouble. Matt and I were just talking. Not too many signals here, but I came over. I must have brought the good luck. I found an 1819, and that's an Indian head with a date. There's the reverse or outburst. Not the most interesting piece, but when you haven't really found anything in a while, you'll take it. Big brass doorknob. Doorknob! Well, we just had like a mini tsunami come in, which was out of nowhere, like a 5-foot wave. I don't know, it's really weird. I don't even see a boat go by. But in the midst of that, I was searching for a target, and I believe I might have a pretty old pocket watch. Pocket watch. Why did I call it a pocket watch? Pocket knife. Look at this guy. It's got wood on it. That's pretty old. Cool little piece. And here I am again. Unfortunately, it is Saturday already, and I usually put out my video at at 7 a.m. this morning. But I didn't quite have enough to make a video. So I'm gonna probably put this week's video out a little later today. So it's gonna come in. You're probably gonna get a chance to watch it this afternoon. And hopefully, with this little trip in the mud right now, I'll have something to show you from one of my favorite spots. I'm gonna do a little digging today. I'm gonna do a little surface hunting. I can already tell I like to see rocks in this little river because then the water has been moving faster. If it doesn't move quickly, all the algae and mud starts to build up and then it hides everything. So once again, we're gonna see just what shows up. Imagine going through that. All right. Love this section right here. It's always a wash. And every once in a while, there's something that pops out of here. Oh, hello. Some butterfly. All right, I got two things going on right here. One, I just started to bring out my little single prong scraper, which I've seen people use before. And turning out, I do like it. Less of a chance to scrape up some bottles because it's not 3 prongs, and it digs very well. Besides that, what an amazing shot glass this would have been. Rats, if it's broken, and it is. That would have been a great little glass. A nice little shot of milk in there. All right, 2 more things. One, I'm not really sure why my wife and children were laughing when I left the house just now because of my lower limbs. These socks are actually very effective in keeping the bugs away from my legs. Secondly, I got a tiny little button to start off the day. I'm taking a much closer look at everything today because I'm not in a rush again, and we do have quite a bit of wash. I'm even going to run a tiny handheld little metal detector pinpointer. Something around right there, that's a little bead. So I'm going to try and see if I can pick up anything on the little pinpointer metal detector too. I do have a lot of little things popping out today, which could be a good sign. I don't know if this is plastic or what, but that's that tiniest little fork I've seen. Huh. Could be a kid's toy fork. All right, here's another helpful tip. As soon as you see some brass and hardware coming out, screws, bolts, nuts, anything like that, pieces of metal, that stuff is starting to surface. You're in a wash area. Get a little closer, start to look around. It's the first thing I did when I got down here, and that popped out. And I'm not sure what it is yet, but I know it's some kind of tag with some writing on it. And anything with any information on it to me is a huge win because it's fun to research. It's fun to just see what's written on it. Well, I was hoping this was going to be fully intact. It's not, it's broken. But it does say Middletown. Strange. Top one says 1957. The bottom says 1999. But I'm going to guarantee you that 1999 is not a date. That is going to be some kind of reference number because stuff was not dropped here in 1999. It's more like 1997. I mean, 1957 is the actual date, and that's probably 1999. Interesting little tag. Funny, I just scraped this bottle up, and although I really like the shape of it, I didn't initially see any embossing. And I said to myself, well, if this thing had embossing, I'd probably keep it. And I did a quick swipe, And where did I see it? There is a little bit of embossing on here. Yep, tiny print there that says A1 sauce. Now we know what it is. So I'm going to take this and see how old it is. I'm guessing 1920s. Might even have a nice little green tint to it. Okay, the last little section that I was scraping out revealed a few cool things. Some kind of ceramic lid. I was hoping there was a design on top, but it broke off. I grabbed that anyway. We have a tiny bottle, maybe a perfume, which I always love. But it's a twist off, so that's going to go 30s or 40s. I'm not sure of this amber. I'm always hoping for a skull and crossbones, so I grabbed that real fast. Oh, no skull and crossbones, but there is something embossed on there, a little picture. That's different. And then this, which I really love the shape of, I think unfortunately I saw a little flash crack on the bottom of it, which really means everything's still intact, but there definitely is a little crack in it. And that is an interesting bottle. Reminds me of a salt and pepper shaker. The top is a little wonky. That might be a chip. But that's an interesting bottle. I'd have to have a crack in it. Still a few more pieces coming out of this area. I might have a bigger bottle coming out, but the top of this little bugger just popped out. I think I have one of these already, which is a little more intact. This has some kind of dog head. This one's seen better days, unfortunately. Well, I will tell you, it's been a long while since I brought a big bottle home from this place. I just pulled this one out. And it's got some really cool embossing on it. I've seen this before. I think it's something about having 3 feathers or kind of wine. 3 feathers. There it is. I think that says 3 feathers. It's got some cool design to it. Now it's a whiskey. I love the embossing. This is potentially 1920s. And that's coming home. So I cleared a little section here, which is bringing out some slightly older bottles, closer to the 20s. Cleared it out with my shovel. Now I'm going to scrape into it and see what pops out. Well, that was about another 15 minutes of digging. And all I really pulled out of it was this highly embossed and decorated Whistle Miller soda bottle, I believe, beverage. And whatever this would have been, looks like it's some kind of decorative globe piece that broke. It's worth pulling out. And I'm just leaving and spotted one more little find before I go. And again, this is pretty typical for my area here, finding some of these old wheat pennies. That's exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get a date out of this when I clean it up. Yep. Maybe right there. Maybe 1940. Well, I got about a 10-minute walk back because I got to get to a barbecue. So I'm going to call my buddy John. Have him keep me company on this kind of boring walk back. John, I hope you can answer.